The Big Voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Welcome everybody to Winnebago Talks on a beautiful Tuesday here. We are broadcasting out of the Winnebago Big Voice Studios in Winnebago, Nebraska. And our official transmitter site is Allen, Nebraska. We are 100.9 FM. Thank you everybody that's going to be joining us here today. Garan Coons, Communications Officer known as DJ Guaranteed. And I'd like to turn it on over here to our co-host.
Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday. My name is Bethany Redhorn, Winnebago Indian News Editor, and for the Big Voice Radio, I am DJ Bethany.
DJ Bethany in the house.
Yeah, and Heinepe. This is Quince Bass, the new Big Voice radio station manager. But my name on here is DJ Coach Q.
DJ Coach Q in the house. All right, guys. So we are going to get into it right now. We have the Winnebago Indian News recap. We've got an issue coming on up. We want to talk to Quince about a couple things that are coming on up here too as the radio station manager. And then here today, we have a lot of information. As you know, a storm recently hit Winnebago, severe storm. So we're going to talk to the emergency manager, Auntie Julie Smithart. She's going to help us on out and stuff. We do have some information regarding storm recovery. If you guys need assistance or anything like that, we extended an invitation out to the Human Services. This week too, we have some spiritual walks that are going to be taking place. Well, I should say a spiritual walk that will be happening, and we'll have the folks come on up there and they'll be discussing some of the information that they want to get out for that kind of a very important walk that they have going on and stuff too. So with that being said, again, folks, if you have an opportunity, can you share, just let your relatives know, because there's some information here that we would like everybody to hear, especially when it comes to the severe weather and stuff. But I wanted to turn it on over to you, Winnebago Indian News. What do you folks got?
Well, we do have our most recent issue that is available on the Winnebago Tribe's website, and so I will display that here. But if you are able to, you can go on WinnebagoTribe.com. There's a news tab, and you can check out our most recent Winnebago Indian News. So if you scroll down, you'll see some of our contact information. Maybe you have a change of address. You can update that with us. And so you can get a hold of us at 402-878-2272, extension 4001. Or you can email WinnebagoIndianNews.com or WinnebagoIndianNews@WinnebagoTribe.com. And so up there, we have our most recent issue, which came out on May 9th. And so we talked about that Dollar General closure, some of the resources available to the community, and also a autism acceptance walk, chalk, and movie night event that had happened, and then spotlighting a little bit of the Wajoki program.
I'm what do they call that guy that predicts the future? Is that
Nostradamus?
Yeah, I'm no Nas here and stuff, but I have a feeling your upcoming issue on Saturday will feature probably some of the things about the storm.
Oh, definitely. Gonna have to talk about it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Definitely pictures.
But not only that, but we're a bi-weekly publication.
Yes.
And in those 2 weeks, there was an important event that happened, and that was graduations for Little Priest Tribal College and Winnebago Public School. I wanted to kind of talk about that. I know you guys were on the air last week and stuff, but I was actually kind of on vacation with my twins because that was their graduation kind of celebration. But how did it go for you guys?
Well, personally, I enjoyed it. We got to live stream again, so I really was glad that we were able to capture such a, monumental moment for these youth and that first stepping stone in their young adult life. And so they'll be able to always go back and check that out and watch it. And it was really good. I really have to say, 61 graduates, that's amazing.
Yeah. I remember when it was like going up and stuff, because I think mine was maybe 14, 16, somewhere around there. I need to name them off and everything too, but what'd you graduate with?
Mine was 10.
10?
We had 10. It was me and Jules were the only boys, and everybody else was girls. So, yeah, it was crazy.
Well, my class that I grew up with here in Winnebago, I want to say there was like 20 of them, but I graduated from Flandreau Indian School, so we had a pretty big class.
How many was it?
I want to say there was like 46 of us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And now in 2026, there's 61.
Yeah.
61.
That's crazy. So we'll get that Winnebago in the news is gonna be coming your way.
And the
everything,
deadline
too.
is today, Tuesday, May 19th. And so if you have any content or anything you would like to submit to the win, you can submit that to us. My email is bethany.redhorn@winnebagotribe.com. You can always reach out to Tyler as well, tyler.snake.
And then your graduation celebration.
Graduation went well for us. Rock is number 9 out of 11, and so he did really good. He's going to Colorado for college in the fall. He's going to be heading down there in July to start off his freshman year, so he's really excited about that. But the actual graduation ceremony was pretty good. I've had older kids graduate, so emotionally I've been through it all before. But my wife Jessica, she was in all tears, and it was a good emotional time for her.
Was there a certain part that got her?
Man, when they showed the baby pictures.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems like it's just like, man, they come up.
Yeah, so graduation was a beautiful ceremony. It really was, and I gotta give another shout out to those young men that do the prayer from the dual language.
Yeah,
man, they did an awesome job right there.
Yep.
But I want to give a shout out to our live stream crew, because I didn't have to work since my kid was graduating. I was sitting in the stands in there, being happy and everything, and I saw Beth and the crew was all down there, just like a basketball game, man. Got the cameras out, making sure you get all those good angles and stuff. But I want to say thanks for that, because I had relatives, my parents weren't able to make it. Some of Rock's, his grandma from North Carolina, she got to watch live stream, so
Awesome.
it was awesome. So big thank you to you guys, man. It was awesome. Then we had his reception down at the big screen, which turned out to be good too, and just a happy time, really glad for all the graduates, and even you had graduates too, your twins, so congratulations to them all.
For sure. Q, turn our attention here to Big Voice Radio station manager. You have a lot of things going on and everything too, but I wanted to have an opportunity if anybody had any ideas. I know that All Requests Live is back online.
Yeah.
And what else do you guys got coming up?
So we've been doing a lot of thinking here in the studio, and trying. Since I'm new into the position, I want to try to do some new things, and there's opportunities out there for new DJs and people that want to try to start a show or something like that. They just got to come and set up a meeting with me. But in the works right now, what we have going on is we're thinking of starting up our own morning show. The other radio stations out there, they have their morning shows, and they do a lot of interesting things on there. And ask the question, why don't we have our own?
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's a new day, it's a new time, and we're working on all the material now to hopefully launch a morning show here in the near future.
Nice.
So that's one good thing. And then trying to get DJs for the big hour.
Yeah.
DJs, different DJs for the big hour, so we can get a wide variety of music. Also, try to reach out to more listeners too.
Yeah.
And then we're also gonna have a big old promotional thing coming up that you guys everybody got to keep their eyes and their ears open. But we might be giving away a lot of Big Voice merch, just to get it out there for the community, and maybe further out there past our own community, get them out there to have people see things to remind them to turn their radio stations to our radio station. So
Right on.
a lot of big things, and then just ideas, ideas, a lot of ideas that we want to kind of put in motion. So
Welcome to the communications team.
oh, thanks, man.
Speaking of communications, I'm going to invite up Julie Smithart, the emergency manager. Q, I want you to stay here for this and stuff, because you guys just met. But we had some severe weather pass through, and kind of making sure that we got communicated and everything was kind of posted, and there was people that were trying to find some real-time information on where the storm was and everything. Julie Smithart is our emergency manager. And Julie, I want you to test your microphone.
Testing.
Go ahead and test it again.
Testing.
All right, Julie. And Winnebago Tribe's emergency manager. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, for those folks that never met you, you're known in the employee world as Auntie Julie because a lot of times what we mean by that is like we're waiting for a text if it's going to be a late start or if the tribe's closed due to snow, right? And so we're kind of like, where's Auntie Julie? Where's her text at and stuff? So you've been labeled that. But
I actually get text messages that are labeled that way. When's it coming? Auntie Julie, when's it coming? Yeah.
But the emergency manager, just real quick, what's your role with the Winnebago Tribe?
Basically, I'm here to prepare the tribe for any type of disaster, get you guys trained so that you know how to respond, and basically resources. If anything is needed during an event, I'm basically the person you call to find out where can we get this or how do we get this and things like that. And I have my contacts, and whether we need to bring in state or county, state, federal agencies involved.
Yeah.
I stay in contact with all of those so that they know what's going on here as far as a disaster is concerned.
You sent me an email early that morning on, it was on Saturday and then Sunday. You said there's some outlook. You know, you try to
Yep.
get that information out as much as possible.
Yep.
We posted on the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page. There's what is it? 15 to 29%, almost 30% chance that a tornado
Right, that's very high. That's a
Right.
very high chance.
that would come through. So it was kind of sitting out there for a while, and then all of a sudden, just run us through the story. What happened?
Oh, well, geez. Let's see. Yeah, I started that probably about, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning, because I get a text usually from the Weather Service about 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I push those out to pretty much everybody, department heads and things like that, let them know what's coming. And then I start following it at that point. As soon as I get up, I'm following it every day, checking it. I have it up on my computer, whether I'm at home, and I'm doing this. And obviously, this was happening at home. I was
for sure.
So I'm following it constantly. I'm constantly checking it, seeing where the radar is. I'm following the radar. I do have an extended version of the radar that most people have on their computer, so I can see it a little farther out, so that I can see how fast it's moving and track it that way. So I'm tracking all of that. Plus I'm keeping everybody every time I get an alert from the National Weather Service, I put it out. And then at that point, after it actually hit, because I was at home like everybody else, and I'm waiting for basically information to come in. And I started getting text messages, emails about damage and things like that. And I got a call and I said, do you need me over there? And so, I don't know, it was probably close to 8 o'clock. I drove over here and then met with Chief Lone Wolf, and we were discussing where we needed to go. And then the CEO, she basically said, we need to set up a shelter. So I did that. I set up the shelter in the training room for anybody that had electrical outages and just wanted to get into the light as it was starting to get dark. And so basically I was in my office, which is right next to where the shelter was going to be, because it is a tornado shelter, by the way.
Yeah.
And we was just waiting, and then I was still doing text messages. I was getting all the emails of things that were coming in. I was staying in contact with the police department because they were dispatching anybody that needed to go out to check on homes or any kind of damage that was done in the community. So when I got a report, I immediately sent it to them so that they could dispatch somebody out.
I text our group, remember?
Yeah.
The communications group, and I said, hey, this came out from Julie, and the last thing that I put was keep a close eye on the kids today. And so I did that. I had my kids down in Fremont, and we're doing some shopping and whatnot and stuff, and it was like Sunday kind of, we went out and grabbed something to eat, but I kept mine, I was connected to you. And I'll tell you the story, is that I was also connected to a live streamer, and they're storm tracers.
Yes.
And they were just kind of like, hey, this one's down in Michigan, and this one's over here, and this one's over here, and we're kind of there. We got one storm tracer up there by Sergeant Bluff, and I was watching it, and then all of a sudden, he goes, this looks interesting, Winnebago.
Yes.
And then he starts zooming in, and he's seen the debris. and he was like, Winnebago, you need to take cover now. And just boom, it happened. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, oh, man. So Ashley came out with the kids. They were in Walmart because I was making sure I was connected to my phone. And I was like, Winnebago got hit. You know, so right then and there, man, we were trying to pump out information. Yeah. We were, I was checking on relatives, you know, are you guys okay? All this and that. And it's just like, wow. So immediately after that, I know that, and then everybody probably has their own story and stuff, you know, but man, my heart just dropped. And it was this, in the PIO training that we take, it says 95% of the time, you're going to do your regular job. You know, you're going to be DJing, you guys are going to be producing the Winnebago on the news, but be prepared for that 5% of the time. There's going to be severe weather, there's something going to happen. You know, there's a lot of people out there with their phones and stuff, and they got clobbered and stuff, you know, and I was like, whoa. And so I seen your post, and it said, hey, if you're scared of the storm, tune in to Big Voice Radio because we got some scary jams or something. What was it?
I said we got the good jams on.
Yeah.
Storm jams.
Good,
I was like,
good storm
are you
music.
up there? Are you up at the studio pumping out information? So it's good that
Yes.
Granted, you're a week into your job, but at the same time, I was like, man, we need to do that, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, here at the Big Voice Radio, Winnebago on the news needs to be on the scene, and Big Voice Radio needs to be pumping out the information. I seen that guy, and I was like, wow, that's crazy and stuff. But he was just like, Winnebago, we're praying for you and stuff, because he's like, why isn't there a tornado warning? Why isn't there all this and that and stuff?
Can I ask you which one you were watching? Because there's a couple of them out there. Was it Max Velocity?
I think so.
Yeah. Can we plug him really hard? Because I'll tell you, he's on it.
Is he?
He's the head of the Weather Service.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Yeah, and it was just something that I was trying to find information.
Yes.
You know, and I was on my social media when it happened and stuff, but you had some damage. Your mom had some damage and stuff. My mom, a tree fell on her house and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
and
our neighborhood got hit pretty bad up because Thunderway sits on one of the highest kind of hills in Winnebago, and all the houses are right there on top of the hill, and there's no valley time. There's nothing to hide under.
I cruised to work this morning, and I was pulling up, and I seen Hugh's vehicle, and he has his window broken out.
Yeah.
And that was...
Well, see, we had three vehicles in our area out there at our house, and the wind must have been, at the time when it hit the neighborhood, must have been blowing north, because all the windows that were facing south, my back window of my truck, the side windows of my car, and the van windows were all busted out.
Man.
The neighbors' windows were busted out.
Yeah.
And they were all the same area.
Right.
So there's a lot of damage done up on top of the hill up there.
Julie,
Yes.
I wanted to make mention here is that we're in recovery from
Yes.
that. Is there any information that you want to get out to the people regarding that?
Basically, if you have anything that you think might be structural damage, get onto the Facebook page because it's got my contact information, and call me or email me so that I can get you on the list so that we can get out there and get it checked out. If you see anything that, any pictures that you can take, that would be great to send to me, because as much as we can document is the better, because if we end up, we have started the process for a declaration, an emergency disaster declaration. And if that goes through, the better pictures we have, it really helps our case a lot.
Okay.
And one of the things with FEMA is if it's not documented, it didn't happen. So definitely anything that you got of pictures of the wreckage of any kind.
Man, and I want to say thank you to the administration, tribal council, first responders, everybody.
Yes.
We jumped on a call that evening, and we were like, hey, we need to meet in the morning. Let's try to get everybody, our relatives, your own relatives, make sure that they're all good and everything and stuff, but let's jump on that meeting early in the morning. So even though that the Winnebago tribe had admin leave that day and stuff, a lot of people were helping their families and stuff. Communications team, you were still working and stuff.
Yeah.
I think you worked until like the early morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I
You
left here at 2 o'clock,
Yeah, and then you were back on it early.
8:30.
Because I asked the question in that meeting, I said, Julie, it's predicted that we got another storm coming in. And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, yes, it's going to be hail. And I was like, no, man, are you kidding
More
me?
damage.
That was the big thing that they were saying was the hail. But we were kind of on that outside edge.
You just never know, though.
Yeah, we barely missed it. It went just south of us a little ways, and then there was some that went north. Kind of, it split around us this time.
Man, you going to say something, Hugh?
I was just gonna say before you leave, I'm gonna send you some pictures too, because I have roof damage to my roof and some fence
Yeah.
damage. I don't know if it's gonna be helping people's fences out, but there were a lot of fences that was taken out up in Thunder Way too. My neighborhood across the hall, across the street, Todd, he has a full privacy fence, and like 3/4 of it's gone.
Any property damage, right?
Yes.
Anything. So vehicles, fencing.
Yep,
just
houses, sheds.
your trampoline. I think there's a collection of trampolines everywhere and stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
I was
you
gonna say
can-
trampolines are always a good thing that go flying through the air for some reason. Well, it catches the wind and it goes, but and they are heavy, and they can do some damage themselves just by. And that's one of the things you got to watch out for is especially if you're outside and these things pop up on you, is the flying debris. I got a report this morning of somebody had a 2x4 that was embedded in their roof.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's crazy. Julie, thank you for coming on in today. Last PSA public service announcement out there is that just make sure any advisories, I'll turn it over to you.
Oh yeah, if there's an advisory, take it to heart because, yeah, possibly it could go around us, but normally I'm watching it, and if I'm putting it out, it's more than likely going to at least be close.
Okay.
The other thing is if you can hear thunder, you can be struck by lightning. So make sure that you're inside. Do not go under a tree. That's not protection because that tree could get hit.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.
Emergency manager.
And no flying kites, right?
Yeah, well, it's up to you, darling. If you want to be out there in that,
Got a new name for Matthew.
I know.
Thank you very much, the emergency manager for the Winnebago Tribe, Julie Smithart. And then also, we like to thank our Big Voice radio manager, Quince Coach Q, known as that. So we're going to turn our attention. We got some more guests coming in on up here. We'd like to invite them up to the microphones as Winnebago Talks. We have some walks that are going to be taking place. Good to see a good friend, Jamie and Angelica, that are going to be helping us out. And you got some announcements while they get set up.
Yeah, I do want to make mention. So as Julie was mentioning while she was here, there is some relief available. So there's an emergency assistance available for storm impacted households. And so the relief for those impacted by the severe weather for households living within the exterior boundaries of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, and you are experiencing any hardship due to the May 17th storm, your household has been impacted by power outages, property damage, emergency shelter needs, other storm-related emergencies, you may qualify for the assistance. You can scan that QR code, or you can click on the link, which is also on the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page. But you can also reach out to Kumiko Masqua at 402-922-1194.
There's going to be another one coming out here shortly, and if MCBKC is watching and stuff like that, tree removal is a big one.
Yes.
So we're working on that flyer and that post to get that information out. To my understanding, there's a little process that will take place, and there's a site where you could take those materials. We'll get that announced here, so stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.
Yep.
I'd like to invite the next group of guests here. Go ahead and give us your introduction. I'd like to say hello to the good folks out there.
Hello, my name is Jamie Moore. I work at the recovery program. I'm currently an intern. I just recently graduated from NICC.
All right, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure,
Thank
for sure.
you.
Hi, I'm Angelica Camerad. I'm an outreach coordinator for the Behavioral Health Department.
All right, and I always mess up your name and stuff like that. But I know I seen you karaoke. Do you have a stage name?
Oh, no, I don't.
You don't have a stage. So, Angelica.
Yeah.
Angelica, I make sure I say that right.
Yes.
Okay, what's your favorite song karaoke?
I like a lot of country, but I'm gonna have to say "Zombie" by the Cranberries.
Oh yeah, it's a good song. That is a good song. Can you give us a demonstration? No.
No.
Okay, so we have some events coming up and some things that you folks been doing. I'll turn it on over to you to enlighten us as communications and also the big voicers.
Okay, to start with the spiritual walk, we had to relocate due to the damage that happened at the ball fields. So we had moved it to the big screen, still on the same date, still at the same time on May 21st, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Is that Wednesday or is that?
It's on Thursday.
Thursday, okay.
Yep. And then also on Thursday, we have Spring Wellness Walk-in for our senior citizens, and that's going to be located at the Senior Center, and that's going to be from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Okay. What's the criteria on that?
For the senior citizens, it's 55 plus.
And then where do you sign up?
We had a sign-up sheet down there at the senior citizens,
Uh-huh.
so we have shirts to be given to those that signed up, and we do have extra shirts just in case.
Oh, cool.
So we'll be down there. They just got to come participate and sign up.
And I know that some people that are elderly don't always make it down to the senior center.
Yeah.
So, and they tune in and they let us know and stuff like that. So that's good information. If you have an opportunity, my mom's in that kind of category and stuff like that. She wants to participate. Just go sign up down
Yep.
at the senior center.
Yeah, we'll be down there. We'll be
For
set up
sure.
outside because they're going to be walking just around that little block for those that are capable of walking. And those that can't walk that far, we're just going to have them just do a little bitty walk around the building. Nothing big. It's just for their safety.
Now, for Thursdays for everybody.
For Thursday, it's for the seniors this Thursday, and the Spring Wellness Walk, the general walk, we've had it set up Wednesdays and Fridays at the Land of Wellness.
Oh, okay.
And that's for everyone who's capable of walking.
Yeah.
And that sign up was a while back in April was the deadline. And if you aren't able to make it to the Land of Wellness, we just ask that people who are walking on their own email us their miles that they walk, and
Okay.
that we track it on an Excel sheet. And whoever gets 10 miles within the month, they get a T-shirt, and they will receive that T-shirt this Friday at our final walk. And we will have Silas emceeing as well, and we will have fruit and water to hand out also.
There you go.
Yes.
And how much does that cost?
It's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's actually not at the Land of Wellness. It's actually going to be moved up here to the Winnebago Public School track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
because
of
of
the
the
damage.
damage.
We just seen a notification not too long ago that posted that the Land of Wellness is going to be closed for a time
Yeah.
being. There's a
Yeah.
lot of damage on that. So if you folks have any events or anything that has to do with that, check in with that staff there. I think Whirling Thunder or Land of Wellness has a Facebook page, but make sure you let them know because we're going to have to do some scheduling changing, location changing. We're going to talk about the spiritual walk here. Tell us the background of the spiritual walk and why it's happening.
I'm not really familiar with it. Scotty Aldridge is usually the one that speaks. I did ask him to come up and speak today, but out of respect to the families, he chose not to. But he's willing to come up any other time to talk about it.
Oh, okay. And that's going to be taking place down at the big screen, right?
Yes, this Thursday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Where are they going to walk to?
It's the big. I'm assuming it's going to start from the big screen, and then we're going to walk down to the court's and back.
Okay.
That's just what I'm assuming.
Okay.
I don't really know the details to it yet on how far it's going to go.
Yeah, and I believe what's her name, Angie or something?
Angelica. It's
No. There was Amanda. She called me this morning.
yeah.
You guys associated with Amanda?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I work with her.
So shout out to Amanda because I said, hey, you could use the big screen if you get some people up here to talk about the spiritual walk. So she must have turned to you guys.
Yeah, she came in my office and asked me to, but we already had planned because Mona, our boss Mona, asked us to come up earlier to
good.
talk about the spring wellness and stuff.
Well,
so.
thank you guys for coming up, man.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. What else you guys got going on?
Right now, we don't have anything planned for June, but we are trying to get in the mix with the Men's Health Week for June.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple of events that we want to do. I mean, not events, but activities that we want to do for the men's health. Like I have the golf game. It's like darts. This is a big old. It's not really a platform. It's more of a. I don't even know what's on, but you just hang it up and you use the little golf clubs, like the kid golf clubs, and you tee off and you hit it towards the dartboard type thing. Because I know guys like to golf, so that's kind of one of the ideas that we're coming up with.
And that's where I seen you karaoke. My wife was playing darts one night. I think it was at the huddle and stuff. And I was like, hey, I recognize your face. Yeah. So she sounded pretty good, man. I can karaoke a mean Cisco thong song, man. That's my jam. If you see me up there karaokeing that and stuff, make
Yeah,
sure you
we're
guys
going to
sing
see
along.
this on Tuesday.
Yeah, we're gonna
Tuesday at darts. Let's see this.
Your program. Tell us about your program. What do you guys do?
I do different events for the behavioral health department. So, for example, the spring wellness walk, I'll collaborate with different departments such as recovery with Jamie, just to promote wellness, mental health wellness. And for example, I'm also thinking of collaborating with YCIC, Curtis, and them for Pride Week, Pride Month in, I believe it's June or July. I'm sorry if I got,
June too.
I think it's June. Just going to use our resources, get our name out there, and our support, our services. And so I'm always just doing different things. I did the journaling campaign in November. I know that was a really big hit. I did a teen vision board event at the school in January, and I'm always just trying to promote mental health and well-being. And if there's ever any ideas that anybody in the community wants, I'm always willing to do it. I have a weekly book club that I do. So yeah, I'm always thinking of new ideas to bring to the community.
And this is behavioral health.
Yes.
Where's your office located at?
It's first floor in the basement of the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, in the public health department.
All right. And then is there any shout outs or like far as your staff that helps you out and stuff? You have probably a wide variety of, or a wide array, I should say, of staff that work down there?
Yeah, I'm the one that mainly does the outreach, but I do want to give a shout out to our mental health therapists. They're always busy. They see people constantly, and they do help me when I ask for resources to give out, like at events such as like the health fair that's coming up.
Yeah.
On May 27th, I asked for what they think would be good for people to have access to, like materials on ACEs and coping mechanisms and such things, because I myself am not knowledgeable on that. So they help me on stuff like that. So
ACEs. What's the ACEs stand for?
Gosh.
I know
See?
it in poker. I know because me and Q, we play poker and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you have aces, you're like, oh, I mean, that's the best hand you can get is 2 aces and stuff. We'll figure that one out,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And Jamie, what do you do?
Actually an intern right now. I went to school to become a drug and alcohol counselor. So I'm currently interning, so I'm going to be starting on my clinical hours next week. So as soon as I get my hours, then I can get certified and start helping the people in the community and whoever else uses our services.
And Jamie is also a avid dart player. Played against her and then played with her, and I know that she's pretty good. You and your
I
companion.
got my first horse last week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. What is for those who don't know? What does that mean?
It just means that you hit a 9-darter. You hit a trip. I hit a trip 20, trip 18, and a trip 19.
Very rare.
Yeah, it's very
And
rare.
very
You
hard
gotta
to
be like
do.
on a pro level to hit that stuff.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. So, and then, what did it feel like when you graduated?
Actually, it felt amazing. All that hard work paid off. I gotta give a shout out to my little family and the rest of my crew that helped push me along. Because there's times I wanted to quit. Like, this is too hard. Like the papers, trying to learn the knowledge of doing the assessments and stuff. That's actually pretty hard. But I mean, I got it now. Now that I didn't give it up, I just took a couple breaks and went back to it and got it done. And I am gonna be starting my bachelor's in June.
Nice.
So I can make it further for my education. And not only that, but my goal is to reach the top level
Yeah.
and show my leadership to everybody that comes in.
And you're the class of what, 98?
98.
98.
Yeah.
Winnebago Public School, class of 98, because I'm 99.
Yep.
Class of 99. I'm not showing an age or stuff like that. What did you just graduate last year or something? Not just kidding.
Yeah, with my master's.
But nonetheless, I appreciate you ladies coming on up and giving us that information. Is there anything else that we may mention or that you want to get out to the good folks?
No, we'll keep you guys updated though when more events that we got coming out.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna do archery. We're gonna get archery and the horseshoe event going again because we usually do it every summer.
Okay.
So.
And we'll queue up Cranberry. All Request Live.
Yeah.
Zombie.
Yeah.
It
Yes.
could be on All Request Live. So
Yes.
For sure. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies.
You guys have a good day.
All right, DJ Bethany. We have some more information. Those folks that tuned in regarding if you had any property damage, can you repump that?
Yep, I can relay that. And so we do have here the emergency assistance for storm impacted households. So for any households living within the exterior boundaries of the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska, and you were affected by the storm on May 17th, your household may have been impacted by a power outage, property damage, emergency shelter needs, or other storm-related emergencies, you may qualify for this assistance. You can scan that QR code to apply, but if you're unable to scan that QR code, you can reach out to Kumiko Mascot 402-922-1194. If you're on Facebook, you can click that link, and so I will relay and share that here for you all. And so on the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page, they do have this post, but the link is directly in that description. And so they have all of that here, and it has the emergency assistance for households impacted by the storm. And so there is the link right there. It is a portal laserfish. And so the intake staff that you can reach out to for any assistance is, again, Kumi Masquat 402-922-1194 or Rachel Carnes at 402-385-8899 or Kayleen Blackhawk at 402-922-3577. And so we just want to add the ending part of there. Please continue to check on your relatives, elders, and your neighbors as our community recovers together, and continue to share this information with them.
Thank you for that. I just sent you an email, and if you could pull that email up, it's regarding a pancake feed and stuff. As we're going to turn our attention to the next portion of today's Winnebago Talks, we are going to get into the joke of the day, the rant of the day, and then also our good relative of the day here. And then, excuse me, Gayla Whitewater with the Did You Know? The Did You Know? That's kind of cool, huh? Mm-hmm. But did you get an opportunity to pull that up, Bethany?
Yeah, I got it down. Okay. My bad.
So let's check this one out. We just got this one. This is hot off the press and just freshly emailed to us while we were on air. And so we want to make sure we get this on out. But pull that up there, DJ Bethany, if you have an opportunity. This one says, join medical services for the EMS Week Community Pancake Feed. I am a huge pancake fan. Mm-hmm. I love the syrup, all this and that and stuff. I know it's probably bad for your health and everything, but what toppings do you guys like? Do you guys like bananas on your pancakes?
I do, yeah. Strawberries.
Oh, my bad.
Ooh, some, what is it? The sugar powder stuff?
Oh, yeah. For your pancakes.
For the pancakes?
Powdered sugar. I said it backwards.
I'm kind of old school when I do pancakes. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Preferably crunchy and,
really?
And some syrup. If I can find the blueberry syrup, it'd be blueberry syrup.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty fire, too.
That's crazy. Yeah. Nonetheless, so join us for the pancake and ambulance. This is going to be at the...
it's at the new building.
Yep. Yeah, you got the flyer up. Go ahead and read that.
So join medical services for their EMS Week Community Pancake Feed. And you can join them for the Join them for pancakes, ambulance, and station tours, and a chance to meet your local medical services staff. So this will be Friday, May 22nd, this Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the new Emergency Services Building.
You know who's there? I'm going to be there, man.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I got us some breakfast on Friday, guys.
I got us, guys. I'm texting the team right now. Come on out.
On me.
No, but thank you to EMS.
Yes, yep.
I know that they are there through the thick and thin. Mm-hmm. Whatever it may be, you can rely on them. You can call on them. And if you guys ever have an emergency, number one is call the police department so that they can get the response and stuff, but they'll usually dispatch or whatever it may be. I know you guys, all of us have relatives that work for that staff. Mm-hmm. So we send our blessings, we send our prayers with you, because at times they'll come across things that stick in their mind.
Yeah.
And the thing that I've learned about that new EMS building is there's a trail back there where they can decompress and go for a walk. And if there's something that happens and that's sticking in their mind and then it's keeping them up at night or whatever it may be, there's areas back there where they could stop and say a prayer. And that's very important and stuff too. So thank you to EMS. I don't know if you guys want to send a shout out to them or say anything to them.
Yeah, I'll just add and say that the whole EMS staff there, big shout out to all of them for all their tireless efforts and hard work that they put in. And then big shout out to the one and only that is why I'm here sitting here, my mom. So shout out to her. She's been holding it down over 20 years.
And I was actually going to say, do a shout out too of the CHRs that been there for years, and then all the new ones too, because like Binky Blue, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, Binky Blue was he drew blood on me one time when I went down for testing at the lab, and now he works for the EMS. He's like a big dog down there. So, you know, from the youngest to the oldest, man, big shout out to all y'all.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And speaking of Mother's Day happened while we were. And how did you guys do?
I thought it was really good. We were kind of moving a lot and stuff, so we didn't really get to do anything special. But I will say, shout out to my brother Bronson. He cooked up for me and his wife Aaliyah. So we had like a little cookout and stuff like that, and it was really nice.
Yeah, and myself, I spent the morning out hanging out with my mom and dad, just visiting, chopping it up. I bought her a big old bouquet of flowers. Had to bring them out there early in the morning so I could be the first one to bring her flowers. You know what I mean? And so we just chilled and had a little breakfast and got to visit them for a while. And later on in the day, and then took Mama Jess out and cooked up for her and stuff like that too. So it was good. It was a good, relaxing day.
Yeah, I just text my mom. Yeah, I know, because I was out of town, and I apologize for that. But actually, she was away from her kids, so well, the twins were there, but we were doing our vacation, kind of our graduation present to the twins and everything too and stuff. But it was good. It was good. We had a good kind of relaxing time and made sure. Thank you guys for holding it down that week, and we're back. We're refreshed. We're good to go. Got some sun. That's very important, and kind of decompressed as it was a whirlwind of a lot of different things that took place. From graduations to these storms and all this and that and stuff.
Yeah,
but
for real.
Folks, really appreciate you guys tuning in here. We are Big Voice Radio, 100.9 FM, Winnebago Tonks, Coach Q, DJ Bethani, DJ Guaranteed. We're going to turn our attention here to the next portion of the day. Are we going to go with the rant? Are we going to go with Did You Know? Our joke of the day? Where are we heading to here?
If you guys would let me lead this one.
Okay.
I got a couple of jokes.
All right, let's go.
So, my daughters and sometimes my wife, I think my nickname is because it seems like after I tell a joke, because after I tell a joke, that's what the response is. It's not a laugh. It's more like a you know what I mean? Okay, so these
is that like a Master P? Remember Master P?
Oh yeah, no. Hey, so turn me down a little bit.
Okay.
So I have a few jokes. Okay, these are the kind of jokes I tell my kids, and this is why I get that. All right. So I only know 25 letters out of the alphabet. I don't know why. Okay. Took about 3 seconds, but okay.
Did you get it?
I did.
So
Yeah.
she's like, okay.
No, that was a good one. That was a good one.
So why did the bicycle fall over?
Why?
Because it was too tired, right? All right. Saving the best for last.
He's on a roll.
Save the best for last.
Okay.
I'm not even started yet. So why did the coffee file a police report?
Why did the coffee file a police report? DJ Bethani, what you got?
I don't know why.
Because it got mugged.
Oh.
All right. Getting a little too corny, okay? All right, this one right here. This is my last one. I'm going to leave you with this one, okay?
Okay.
I'm just letting you guys know right now that I like to read, right?
Okay.
And I'm reading this book. It's on anti-gravity. Man, I just can't put it down.
You get no response from DJ Bethani on that one, man.
There you
You
go.
could have went.
There's my
Rewind.
joke of the day.
Dang, that was pretty
I
good.
couldn't put it down. Get it? No gravity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's your segment, joke of the day.
That was pretty good, man. Brought to you by
Dad jokes.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. One of the things that we wanted to make mention is that we have a lot of good relatives that we want to get to. So we want to make a mention if you guys have any good relatives. What is the good relative? We just want to give a shout out to somebody that did a good deed that you witnessed or something that took place that we want to bring to light. I think that a lot of times CNN and Fox News and all these guys, ABC, they're always kind of obsessed with the negative. Okay. And I have my quarrels about it and stuff. You know, I have to work with these folks as media and PR, communications and stuff. But at the same time, come on now. Like, it's not always bad. And I'll tell you a story. I have a couple hours to be on the road, right? And I was listening to a podcast, and the guy said, with these 2 hours that you're never going to get back, you won't get those 2 hours back, but you have to get to your destination. In that time, you could learn a language, you can learn something about yourself, you can put on a podcast, and it could educate you, right? Or you can listen to music. And sometimes I would advise that you have to do that. You guys used to do, like, what was it called? AMSR or something like that?
Oh, ASMR.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just more so like it's like sounds that are like stimulating. Like it could kind of motivate you to feel more like relaxed, or it even helps with sleeping and things like that. But just more so like wind down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's where I was going with the story. He said on there, do you remember when 9/11 happened?
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Pearl Harbor happened? And it was before our time.
Yeah.
But you ask any of those people in that generation, they remember where they were,
Yeah.
what they were doing, blah, blah, blah. Do you remember when, like, John F. Kennedy, the assassination of Martin Luther King, right? All those things were horrible, tragic events. Do you remember that? Do you remember one instance where the whole world was happy? Do you remember when the whole Winnebago tribe was happy? Everybody was this like jubilee, this kind of like, oh my gosh, you know?
I could think of one time that the whole tribe was happy together.
Yeah. So usually it comes down to that homecoming celebration, I would say. That Saturday night grand entry, you just look out there and you see everybody and you just get a feeling.
Yeah.
I would say that, like, everybody's connected on positivity. My point of saying this is that we need to do more of positivity and more shout outs to our good relatives and those that are making a positive change, instead of turning our attention to all the negative things that we remember. Right?
Yes.
And that's just my philosophy. It's probably not going to gain any traction, but that's kind of like where I'm leading with this and stuff. So shout outs to good relatives. Go for it, guys. It could be an entity. It could be a relative itself. It could be somebody that did it as a collective group. What you guys got?
Okay, so I'd say seasonal. My shout out to good relatives would be our community members that are on boards such as the school board, the board of education at the college. Our community members, the ones that went out, got their education, came back, and is pushing education to our youth through those entities there. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they could choose go do something else. You know,
Yeah.
after they get their degrees, go work somewhere else, do something else. But when they went to school, they must have had a passion to come back and help.
Right.
And that's what they're doing. And so, big shout out to all those school board members and the board of education members up at the college. Just gonna give an example. My son Greg, he went out and got his education. He come back. He did some work in the community, you know, and then he ran for school board. He got on a school board. And this past graduation was a really kind of an epic one for our family, because my oldest son, he got to hand over the high school diploma to his little brothers. He has a little brother, Rockman Freebass, and then his other little brother, Ashton LaPointe. He got to hand them their high school diplomas, and I thought that was really special for our family and really special for the school to see something like that, showing that, hey, these guys are all from the same community. You know, they're all doing the same thing. They're all about education. So that's my good guy shot.
So in that passing of the diploma, it's like passing the torch, but also giving them a piece of paper that they can carry on with them. Because the degrees don't have expiration dates.
Yeah.
And diplomas don't have expiration dates, right? You can always go back and achieve whatever you need to achieve. Not only that, but it's kind of like the torchbearer, where you pass it on and stuff, you know.
Yeah, and it went along with exactly what you said just a little while ago about like moments that happened that you're always going to remember. Those three boys are always going to remember that little thing about their graduation.
Yeah.
You know, those brothers right there. So that was pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah.
DJ Bethany.
Let's see. I'm gonna give mine. So, to trail into last week, I did have a relative pass away, and so I was out on funeral leave when we had All Request Live. So shout out to Q for holding it down, for ARL. It was a good show. But the week before, we brought the ARL back to the airwaves, and so we did our premiere episode for the year, and we had a very special guest stop in, and she actually performed for us live here in the studio. Very beautiful voice, beautiful song. The lyrics in the song as well says a lot. I really love her song, and I can't wait to see what more she has in store for her future. But my good relative shout out is for Laura Lee. She's one of Winnebago's very own, and she's a musician. She is a beautiful, awesome performer, and I look forward to collaborating with her more.
Definitely. I want to shout out the what took place yesterday. There was no recognition or anything like that, but everybody came to the table to make sure that everybody was secure. The first thing that was reported was that there was no casualties. All right, and that's huge. It is, because when I was watching that live stream, and he was like, the kind of, when you get antsy, when you get excited, your voice starts to go up.
Yeah.
And you could portray the nervousness. And I heard that in his voice. He was like, oh my God, Winnebago, looks like you got a tornado. It's right on top of you. Take cover now. And he was saying it in such a high. And when I told Ashley, Winnebago got hit, right? And then I was just like, oh man, my heart was beating. I was checking on everybody and stuff. It was scary. And we went through that. But at the same time, to know that there was no casualties, that I know there was property damage, and some people did manage to get hurt, you know, whether it be glass or something, debris or whatever. But everybody came together. And when we put out the announcement of we're going to have admin leave day so that we can recover, I had to go up to my mom. She has a hole in her house. The tree fell down and stuff. So I was telling the team here, I was like, hey, I'm going to step away from my phone for a little bit and stuff. There's something happens or anything that's needed and stuff. But just to let you know, I got to go help my mom. Yeah. And we went and did that. But everybody kind of came together. Nobody said, you know, like, oh, admin leave, all they do is take off and all this and that and stuff. Everybody was just like, shoot, go down there, man. Let's pitch in. Winnebago strong, basically. Yep. So everybody from Wildlife and Parks to all the officers that went back on duty, I know that they were probably doing a double or whatever it may be, EMS, the emergency manager, the tribal council, the human services,
facilities, HCI, these all the guys, tribal housing, everybody that has those machines, you know, they were all out there late at night, just taking everything and helping everybody out. I gotta give a shout out, as you're giving shout outs too, Winnebago Tribal Council. Actually had council members out in Thunder Way checking on people, like individually, that they were coming out, not just calling, checking on them. They were actually out there checking on the houses and checking on the families out there. So shout out to the council. Yeah, for sure. So they say, and I don't know, I should talk to some more elders and stuff, you know, but I was talking to some of my friends and they said, oh, a tornado would never hit Winnebago. I don't know if it's because it's geologically impossible or because of how the lay of the land is and stuff, but I seen some videos. And just be careful, you know, if you guys are out there, and that sends a message to, and I learned about this too on my 2-hour trip, is that when we post something, you know, where there's a immediate hit of dopamine when somebody likes it, somebody shares it, somebody pays attention to it and stuff. That's not bad, you know what I mean? But at the same time, don't put yourself in dangerous situations. You got to live for your kids. You got to live for your family, all this and that and stuff. If you're out there trying to capture, there's people that do that for a living. They got insurance and all this and that. So if you're out there with your individual phone, and relay this to the younger folks that are on TikTok and all this and that and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, let's just
like
be
they want to
safe.
get that 1 in a million shot or something.
Right. And it puts themselves in harm's way to get it. Yeah. If you guys could do us a favor and stuff, let's just leave that to the professionals, because you got to keep in mind that. So that's my good relative of the day. rant of the day. We're gonna end it on with everybody's just gonna be
I
mad.
started
Yeah, do you guys got one? A rant of the day. I got one.
I know if B-Love was on here, he'd be talking about cleaning up your yard, but we can't be getting after people right now about cleaning up your yards right now, so that one's not gonna fly.
Dang, we gotta check that one off, right? These gas prices.
Oh man, I know.
What is going
That's-
on?
Oh,
Man, that is my rant of the day. We all have to use our war ponies.
they're over $4 now,
Yeah.
bro.
you know.
It depends too, because like a premium over $5.
Man, you know, okay, so we're talking a little bit about gas prices. So if I end up getting gas up in the city, I always go to Cases because Jess likes her coffee, right? So even E85 up there is over $4.
Yeah.
Okay. One of our vehicles is E85, so that's what we put in there. But E85 out to the Pony here in Winnebago, giving them a shout out, $1.80.
Okay.
$1.80 still, so $25 fill my tank. But my other vehicles, they all take unleaded, and it's almost $5. So,
Yeah. Yep.
anyway, so I'm probably just gonna try that cheap car around a little bit until the gas prices go down or something. I don't know. Then the other super unleaded has to be my truck, so that's a V8 or a V6 or something. So anyway,
V12
that end up turning into a rant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And mine's
totally.
right there with you because putting in gas, I was just like, geez, it's haunting me in my nightmares now. I had a dream that gas was like $3.22.
Oh, my
I was like,
God.
oh yeah, and I pulled in to get gas.
No, it's
Yeah,
not the
no.
case. Yeah, man.
Hey, so I saw a video today, and they said, "Oh man, the administration's doing a great job. It used to cost me $80 to fill up my tank. You know what? They're doing such a good job now. It holds up to $120 with the gas."
On that note, man, we better get off the air before we get canceled. All right, folks. Appreciate you guys coming on out. Do we got any more last-minute announcements? Anything else happening this week that we need to make sure that we get out to the good folks?
I do want to run through a few things real quick. And so just to remind you, we did have Jamie and Angelica pop in and they talked about the spiritual walk that is going to be taking place. And so that is coming up on May 30th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And it will be at the big screen. It's open to all ages. For more information, you can contact the recovery program at 402-745-3961.
Programming for the big boys for the rest of the week. What do we got?
Well, it looks like we have our daily Tuesday show, Winnebago Talks on Tuesdays, but into Wednesday, we'll have the big hour. It is the bye week for our sports show, so we'll be back next week with a new sports show episode. And then All Request Live on Thursday, so keep an eye out for that top 5 countdown.
I think people still need to get back in the groove here. Did we break the records on voting?
No, not yet.
Okay, so what do they need to do to vote?
Comment on the graphic that we post on our Facebook page, Winnebago the Dash Big Voice. In the comments, you can let us know out of 1 through 5 which song has your vote, or if you want to throw a song out there, let us know.
How do they do that?
Just comment in the comment section, but also we have a text line, so you can reach out to us through 402-922-3347. And so that's probably the fastest way to get through and, make sure that you ensure and get your song on the playlist. But we do shout outs, we do dedications, we have our birthday portion, which we give shout outs to all the birthdays here in the local area. And then we also have an Indigenous Artist Spotlight, and then count down the top 5. But we need those votes,
Yeah,
so we can
definitely.
tally up them votes.
If you have a special someone that has a birthday in the week, or you want to dedicate a song, or even if it's y'all's anniversary or something, make sure and let us know.
Yes. And then just to rewind back, I wanted to make mention of this one.
Yep.
So the Foster Care Appreciation Month event that was rescheduled, it will be this Thursday, May 21st at the Ho Chunk Center. And so they'll have a bouncy house, some food, foster care closet will also be available. And this will be hosted by the Human Services, Child and Family Services Department, and Preserving Native Families. And then, lastly, I wanted to touch on this one. And so in the most recent Winnebago Indian News that was published on May 9th, we had the eligible voters list draft listed in there. And so if you did not see your name in there and you should be on the eligible voters list, you can get a hold of tribal administration. But we have this here, and so this will be also in this new upcoming win that will come out this Saturday. It's the eligible voters list. So do you want to be a part of the decisions made on behalf of the Winnebago tribe? If your answer is yes, then the criteria is simple and the process is quick. So you can check out that flyer there, but contact administration, and they are located at the Blackhawk Center, and it is 402-878-2272, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
What do they call that? Reverse psychology, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that us as myself, as I'm going up there in age and everything, I don't really like to be told what to do. So reverse psychology, you know, is something like if you say, hey, don't go vote or don't go check it and stuff, more than often people are going to go like, why did he tell me that?
Yeah.
I'm going to go check it, right? Well, it's kind of like one of those things like, don't look. And then you're like, at what? You know, you have all these questions.
Yeah.
So do you know how we did for primaries? Do you know how we did for
I
primaries?
think it was like 57 voters.
We need to see. We need to get them back up here and see if they're pleased with that number, or if that number needs to go up. I'm sure. I'm probably 80% sure that they should go up, right?
Yeah.
Especially in primaries because that's who's listed on the thing.
Yep, that's who makes the ballot.
Yeah. Now, reverse psychology. That's kind of. We might have to deploy some of those tactics, and people are.
Yeah.
Like if there's somebody that's a Republican, we would invite them up here, just to have that conversation. Anybody can come up to Winnebago Talks and we'll make mention and we'll have a good conversation. We might not agree with it. And also the candidates that are on the ballots and stuff, we might not agree with everything that they say or they're trying to implement, but we're trying to say it's like, hey man, that vote, you need to get out and vote, right? No matter what and stuff. I'll tell you,
real quick, like before I lose train of thought here about the idea about reverse psychology, especially like here in Thurston County, we have probably predominantly dominating numbers Native American, and if we're not satisfied, this is just an example. If we're not satisfied with like just say the sheriff, oh, let's just keep the same sheriff. We don't need to vote. Let's keep the same sheriff.
Yeah.
We don't need to vote. Put that in on the res around here.
Right.
People are going to look at that like, no, we don't want to keep the same sheriff.
Right.
Well, get out there and vote then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can these mic?
I know, drop it. Knock it over. Do we want to touch on that?
Yes,
real
we
quick,
do.
Bill?
We do. Go ahead.
Okay, so we wanted to make mention of the Winnebago Grocery and Retail Needs Community Survey that is available. And so I'm going to bring that up real quick.
We're almost there, guys. This is another thing. Is like, I don't want to be doing another survey. Golly, yeah, geez, another survey and stuff. But this one is very important, I would say.
I think everybody in Winnebago realizes of the importance of having groceries here in Winnebago, a place to go to get groceries. So I think that same interest, or that same like, man, I know I need to look at the same vibe going towards that QR code right there, so they can get their voice out there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Good.
So we have the survey that is aiming to collect input from Winnebago tribal members to enhance access to food and essential services in local grocery and retail outlets. Your input will help guide decisions on keeping the current Dollar General, replacing it with a local grocery store, or expanding shopping options within our community. The survey goal is 1,000 responses, and reaching this goal will help ensure the results are meaningful and representative. So for more information, you can reach out through email to tribalcouncil@winnebagotribe.com. But in that post that is available on the Winnebago Tribe's website, we do have a link included in there. So you can click on that link and also scan that QR code on the flyer. It'll take you directly to that link.
Guess how many we got?
How many?
How many do you think?
I'm going to say like 298.
298. I'd say we cleared 350.
350? We're a little south of 350. We're 300.
300?
Okay.
Yeah. So we're almost there, guys. We need, what is that? I'm not good with math.
About 700.
Yeah.
Just what I was saying the last couple of weeks is, you guys are you people who've done the survey and see it's not that hard of a survey, click on that link and share it with your family group message, your work group message, your your card playing group message, all your group messages like that, to try to get the word out as much as you can, and just tell everybody, hey, have one of your friends fill this out and you, and man, let's see how that can do.
And Dollar General's still not open, huh?
No.
Oh man, that's
I'm about ready to go up to Sam's and buy some canned vegetables and corn and stuff like that, and go post up by Dollar General with the cooler and sound 50 cents a can.
There you go. Hey,
I bet you somebody
right?
come out and make a couple bucks.
When's farmers market starting up?
They're bi-weekly now.
Okay.
Tony came on last week on Tuesday, and he made mention of farmers market. So I believe they have one coming this week. It's still on Fridays.
I believe they're on payday Fridays. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna talk to Bethany real quick. Can you see if Gayla's here? I know she gave me a text and stuff, but I don't want to miss her Did You Know section.
She has a good one.
Yeah, just because I did not know a lot of the stuff about that town that has one person, and it's in Nebraska, the world's smallest town. She serves as the clerk, the mayor, and
She's holding it down.
yeah, probably the cop and the sheriff and all this and that stuff. Could you imagine being stopped by her? I don't know. Anyways, but I did not know that. And then the one, I used this one. I had some conversations this weekend and stuff, and I was like, I did not know that Kool-Aid was first called. Do you know what it was called?
It was Food Smack. Right?
No, fruit.
Oh, food. Fruit.
I was like, could you imagine?
Fruit Smack.
Hey, can you go down into the store and grab me some fruit smack?
I just really want some Fruit Smack.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy and stuff. But it's nonetheless right here in Nebraska. Little nice little town and stuff that has a lot of going on and stuff. So, so that's pretty good. So we don't want to miss today's Did You Know?
Well, she gets good. I was going to add real quick, just to add on there. So the premiere for the farmers market is this Friday.
Let's go.
May 22nd.
Yeah.
And so they have the countdown beginning, but it'll be over there at the Ho Chunk Village farmers market area, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And so it'll be every other Friday.
Today's Did You Know with Gayla Whitewater. Gayla, how you doing?
Hey, everybody.
All right. I was just kind of recapping that one about the smallest town.
Yeah, the smallest town and the Kool-Aid.
Yes, Fruit Smack.
Fruit Smack.
Fruit Smack, Kool-Aid. Yeah, so this week's Did You Know? So have you guys ever just kind of, drove through town and just kind of wondered what the landscape looked like before colonization? I do that all the time. I was thinking about that more recently, especially with all the trees downed and everything like that. And so I came across this information. So did you know that the American chestnut tree once towered over the forest of the eastern United States? So you guys are all familiar with the redwood trees in California. We had these really large chestnut trees here. And most of them have been cut down, obviously, after contact with Europeans. And then so they grew over 100 feet tall and were so wide that entire families could stand inside the trunk. So I don't know if you could pull up a picture of them.
A chestnut tree?
The American chestnut tree, yeah. I had no idea that we had trees that big around here before.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the redwood trees in life?
No, I want to see them. I've been meaning to travel out to California to go
I've
check
seen
those
pictures,
out.
and there's like a person that was like this big, and it was huge.
Yeah. So a lot of the photos they're like historical, so they're usually black and white.
Yeah.
But so in the early 1900s, foreign blight was introduced through imported trees from Asia, I believe. And then it caused these trees to get infected with this, and there was no protection against it, and then it wiped them out. So nearly 4 million trees were wiped out.
Really?
So if you can imagine those trees like all over, near the Appalachian Mountains. Like I read something where it said like a tree could travel a squirrel could travel states and not touch the ground. That's how many there were.
Dang.
On these chestnut trees.
Yeah.
Do you see the size of those?
Mm-hmm.
So for those that are listening on the radio and stuff, go ahead and describe those.
So they're huge. Like I said, they can grow up to 100 feet. Their trees are probably over 10 feet wide. A lot of them were used to, build people's homes and stuff in the early 1900s. And they were just gigantic.
You can see pictures right there of those people that are sitting down inside of a, look like they're trying to chop one down right there inside of that cut.
My goodness, that's
pretty
crazy.
Yeah, so
Did not know that.
they're known as the redwood of the East for their size.
And they're just gone? Are they extinct or?
They're not extinct, so a lot of them still have that blight. So a lot of the small chestnut sprouts still grow from old root systems hidden in forests, but most die before they reach maturity because that blight is still present. But scientists and conservationists are now working to bring the American chestnut back through breeding and restoration efforts. I would love
That'd
to
be
see
cool.
that happen.
Yep.
If you can imagine those kind of trees again. I guess they grew pretty quickly too.
Oh, really? Dang, man, that was pretty good. That was a Did You Know Today section on Winnebago Talks with Gayla Whitewater. If you guys have an idea for a Did You Know, make sure that you email her or email us right here, and we'll make sure we'll get that on out. But that was a good fact there. It's unfortunate, trees are very important. There's a lot of different elements, and of course, there's the scientific.
Look at this one. Wait, where'd it go?
It's just kind of a reminder of how quickly our ecosystems can change.
It disappeared. It was like a little. It was a native. It was like a drawing. There it is. It's right there.
Go ahead and describe that. I can't see it.
I know, that's my bad. It's like a tiny little picture, but it's like a
We're all looking at the TV, and
it's like a native guy throwing something up at the chestnut tree. But it looks like they kind of
Yeah, they would eat the chestnuts.
Yeah, okay, they're picking them up.
Yeah, knocking them out of the tree with
Look,
that
they even
stick.
got their dogs chilling close by.
I have a question for you, Gayla. Pettis.
Yes.
We produced season 1, season 2. What's it look like for season 3?
Okay, so good news. Season 3 is going to be starting production next week. Is it next week?
I'm not sure.
The last week of May, anyways.
Is it
Yep, there
already
you
last
go.
weekend in May?
The
Oh
last
my
week
goodness.
of May, I'll be heading to Wisconsin to film a lot of the locations that we'll be talking about. So I'm really excited. I'm just excited to share that with you guys all when we're all done, because I know Pettis has kind of been on hold. We did a little special episode for MMIR on May 5th, but other than that, it's been on hold. So I'm really excited to get going with that again.
Season 3 will feature 12 episodes. And that one's going to be heavily the topic. It's going to be kind of historical landmarks. Is that?
Yes, traditional, I guess, what would it be, like sacred spaces or traditional importance to us as Ho-Chunk people there in Wisconsin. Just trying to get, the tribal members more familiar with our traditional territory up there.
Yeah, because you hear of Blue Earth and Winnebago County and all this and that. And there's the Turkey River, is that the one too? We were working with Ho-Chunk Nation, and their historical society reached out to both of the tribes. They're going to come up with some signage and stuff. But I was wondering, where's this at? And to my understanding, we had a village there at one time. So I was like, wow, I would like to go see that.
Yeah.
So very good.
There's a place up there by Blue Earth, I believe. It's called Lake Winnebago, and we're trying to go camping this year. And I think Lake Winnebago's on our list too, just to go up and check it out. Find a spot up there by Lake Winnebago.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. All right, folks, you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in to Winnebago Talks here on the Big Voice Radio. Thank you, Gayla, Coach Q, DJ Bethany, our guest today. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you on those walking trails and everything you guys got going on. We appreciate you guys.